All right, welcome back, guys, to the E36 $4,000 2-month build for drift season 2024. Now, we got some new tools in. I'll show you what we got here. So, I had bought this tool thinking that it was going to help me out with these diff bushings. So let me show you that real quick. This tool here goes there. This is for E36, I believe E46 trailing arms, like R-tab bushings and camera link bushings and stuff like that. But I thought it also did the diff, which it does not do the diff. So let me show you what I did. So I have this all thread laying around. I always keep all thread, some nuts laying around, and I stack these big sockets. And we did it on each side. So sockets here, and look at that. Don't be afraid to make your own tools, everybody. I do have a video of that. It'll be on the other camera on time lapse. We're gonna get this other one done real quick and then go ahead and get the other bushings in. I'll show you here in a second. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got, I believe this is stainless all thread. Just have these sockets here to make up space. Big socket on this end. This socket's gonna hit the bushing, and then we're gonna tighten it on this end. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. So we'll go ahead and get that out, and we'll move on to putting the bushings in there. All right, let's go over some parts. These are the last bushings we're gonna be putting in it all, I think, because we already got the subframe bushings in. These are the last two diff bushings, and we have the R-tab bushings in. So let me show you what we got. So these are from RevShift. There's a part number there for the differential, 80A. This is the old bushing here. These are honestly not bad, but we got these new bushings from RevShift. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in. But first, we're gonna go ahead and clean all that trash up just with a wire wheel, and we'll just go ahead and get them in. All right, diff bushings are in. Rear diff bushings are in. Went in really easy just by hand, nothing crazy. Next thing we're gonna do, I'll show you this bolt we're gonna have to drill out. So this bolt right here, we're going to be putting this big thing in here. This is 14 millimeter. As you can see, it's massive. So we're gonna go ahead and start drilling this out. I'll show you what we got going on. Let's see what we got here. I ordered some things from different companies, and I'll show you why maybe you don't want to do that. All right. This is the RevShift stuff here. These will work just fine. This is that 14 mil bolt, but I ordered a bolt from another company. I forgot it came with this bolt. Upon further inspection, I don't need to drill anything, actually. This bolt is from Garage-istic. I'm not gonna say that right. Garage-istic. Anyway, they got some cool ass stuff. They got cool E36, they drift FD, something like that. Super sweet. So this bolt I have, as you can see, size difference between these two, but 14 mil here. Because, wait for it, it threads in to the OEM. Let's focus. The OEM threads. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. So, I got all this other shit for no reason. Dope. Either way, we're still moving on. So, sounds like the diff's done. Diff's done. Ready to go on the subframe. So we'll just go ahead and try to fix this chassis. As far as fixing the chassis, I ordered some things. We're gonna change up some things. Put some stainless steel bungs. Get out in the sun. This camera looks great in the sun. It really sucks. I gotta film in my garage. My lights are clicking on and off all the time. So check this out. These here are stainless steel bungs. They're M12 by 1.25. It's almost the factory thread pitch, a little different. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that pocket out, shove these in there, and weld them. That way it just bolts up to the chassis like normal. So, really excited about that. Hopefully it works fine. It's better than just drilling it out and trying to save the threads. I'm just gonna blow the whole thing out and weld these bad boys in. Totally lied. We're gonna go ahead and get the trailing arms on the table and do those bushings first. Then we'll weld the bungs in because those are gonna suck to do. And honestly, I need some momentum to get this day rolling, man. I needed some wins. I have some wins. We just finished the diff. It's good to go. But we need more wins before I tackle that. That's gonna really suck to do. But we'll get them on the table. And those are actually the camber link bushings. I'll show you what they look like. Come over here. So this is the part number. And this here is the bushing that we're replacing. So we got new bolts for these too because, you know, geez. Not bad. This all went in really smooth. Goes to show having the right, tools really help the job out. My only complaint about this tool is the instructions are terrible. Maybe it looks like they changed a couple things where it was located in the box, but they didn't change the instructions, so everything's labeled incorrectly. But the tool works great, so I still recommend the tool. But everything went in really smooth. We're gonna go ahead and I believe we're gonna try to do the wheel bearings with the other tool that I bought. That way these are all said and done, ready to go in, and then the last thing I gotta do would be the chassis. So we'll get the wheel bearings up here. Never use this tool for this type of wheel bearings. Normally, I use a hydraulic press for wheel bearings, but we'll see how it goes. Learning all kinds of things on this channel, so we'll get those up here and show you how we do that. We'll get the snap rings in, stuff like that. Let's get it. All right, guys, we're back. Got this all stripped up, it's ready to go. Got this wheel bearing. This wheel bearing is out of the freezer, so it's cold. Got our kit. We're gonna go ahead and put this stuff together, start pressing this in, and remember, once we press it in, there is a snap ring that goes here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. What's up? We're back. As you've seen, we got that wheel bearing in and the snap ring on. Just wanted to show you what I was doing. So wheel bearing's in. I used the old wheel bearing to get it down this far. This kit is close, but not close enough. So use the wheel bearing to get it all the way down that far. Snap ring, as you can see, is in there. Hit it a couple times with the hammer to make sure it's really seated. Now we're gonna put this bad boy on. So this is our conversion hub. Had these done by a buddy of mine. We may sell these. We'll see how it all goes. We may sell these to the public. 5x1 14.3 conversion from 5x120. But now we're gonna go ahead and get this, and it's gonna go ahead and press in there. Things to note. When you're pressing these in, you gotta worry about these pieces here. And especially on the inside, it'll like to press out the back. So we gotta make sure we shim the back. That way when it all presses together, it doesn't blow out the bottom. So we'll go ahead and get it with a time lapse. Again, get this rolling. First time using this tool, I gotta say, it's fantastic. Much easier than the hydraulic press. Much easier than the hydraulic press for this style of hub. Yeah, let's go and get it before this thing thaws out. Just like that, this is done. Wheel bearing in. It's very important to torque this nut here for the axle. But we got new bushing here. New R-tab bushing here. That bushing actually didn't need to be replaced, it's spherical. But if we have to replace it later, we will. Let's go ahead and get this bear hub here done. So we'll get this up on the table, knock this out. Probably won't film this one. My videos are kind of long, so go ahead and we'll do the exact same thing. This kit is awesome. Like I said earlier, we'll go over pricing, part numbers, all that stuff for all these tools that I'm using, especially the specialty tools. This is a specialty tool and the other one that I had. So we'll go ahead and get the other one done, and then it's on to the chassis. Totally lied on that one. I just threw it in there anyway. Now we got two hubs done, two whole trailing arms done, and the chassis is the only thing we need to do now to get this rear end back together. We've had some wins today, we've had some losses today. They're not on camera, but had some wins today. Show you what we got going on. Two hubs, 5x1 14.3 converted. It's a beautiful thing. Me and the fiance are Honda Toyota people. Anything cool people, really, but Honda Toyota people. We have a lot of Hondas and Toyotas. And the 5-lug versions of those are all 5x1 14.3. Also, my other drift car that will not be done this year, the SC300, it's also 5x1 14.3. And that's the reason we're converting all these hubs over to 5x1 14.3 from 5x1 20. It's because I already have drift spares for the other car. I got wheels, I got some tires. They're gonna work out great for this car. I'm concerned a little bit. They might be a little wide, but they're gonna look good. I mean, this is a cheap budget build, like I said. Hopefully only $4,000, but I still want it to look cool. So we're gonna try to do under $4,000 and look cool. We'll see how it goes. I think I've spent more than $4 grand already. We'll add up the prices for this rear end. I'm guessing it's gonna be in a $2,000 range for the rear end. But we'll see. And we'll move to the front. So next will be the chassis. The bolts in the chassis, we'll walk in here. I'll show you what I mean by that. That's gonna be these guys right here. I ordered the bolts for these. It's supposed to be 2-day, but they're gonna take over a week to get in here, so I might have to run to the store and grab some of these. I think AutoZone says they have M12 by 1.25 bolts that are hardened. So maybe we'll go with those first. But we're gonna go ahead and get under the car and then try to see how well these are gonna work. So I'm hoping that this outside lip here, I don't know if it'll focus on that. Outside lip is smaller than the OEM washer. If it's not, we might drill it all the way out and then put, kind of like just stack this lip up there. We might have to space the other ones. I'm not quite sure yet. All this, it was in my head. Ordered it as an option, and we're gonna definitely see if it's a viable option, and maybe I'll save someone some time and effort with these things. So let's go ahead and clean up, and we'll get rolling on setting the cameras up front of the car and doing some drilling. All right, guys. After like 40 minutes of drilling. Oh shit, I forgot my piece. Grab this piece here. After 40 minutes of drilling, cutting, grab this hole here. All right. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna sit in there. Can't even see that, can you? All right, 1 second. It's sitting there like that. So we're gonna weld that in there. We'll have the threads. We'll have to shim it. Like I said, we'll shim this and this side to equal this side. But yeah, not bad. This took a very long time. It really sucked. Should be good. But I'm very excited about these little pieces here. So when they work out, hopefully it helps somebody out. It'll focus on that, and someone else can do the same thing. So see what we're gonna do there. I blew that hole up top, and I got that piece fitted in there. It is gonna space it down a little bit, so we're just gonna go ahead and get some shims to space the whole thing down. That way it's even. So I have to go get bolts for them, because my other bolts won't be here until I think Friday. It's Monday, so I can't wait that long. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the tank out, record doing all that. Hopefully we don't break any more bolts, but the tank bolt's a little less mandatory. I could put rib certs in those. Not really something that's gonna affect drifting or anything like that. It's not structural, so that'll be an easy fix if we screw the bolts up. But we'll go ahead and pull the tank, drill out the other side. Like I said, that was about 40 minutes of drilling. It really sucked. If you could not break those bolts off, that would be fantastic. So, but it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be winter. So, and it's 70 degrees, so we're gonna go on a motorcycle ride instead of finishing it up today. But probably tomorrow I'll go ahead and get back on this thing and pull the tank. So, but yeah, not bad. We made a lot of progress today. So we'll see you on day 2 of this.